more difficult than I expected. But as I was switching servers, I heard footsteps in the back of my game. There was a guy named Real Nick the Savage. Best name ever. He stared deeply at my painting and said, "I told you." Was Real Nick the Savage really going to be my first sale? There was my first sale ever. I was so happy with those 10 Robux, I had a little dance. And then I worked on my next piece, which was inspired by the legendary Real Nick the Savage, of course. As you play this game, you earn coins. With these coins, I was able to buy a new frame from Rod Everland. On my way back, I noticed someone was at my stand. Wow. Just like that, another sale. My awesome apple tree painting was sold to someone named Admiral. After they bought my apple tree, though, they told me I had another game pass so they could buy more art. And I have lives, of course. So they bought a second one.
You should please let them do. Sure. This time, how about 50?
And they asked me to make a game pass for 50 Robux.
Yeah, sure. Just give me 100.
Come on, Carlton.
Daniel.
This guy is calling me. Okay. I play Gold Coast and they play Brisbane.
We've been looking forward to this one all week, and now the moment has arrived.
Last action.
Pitnet wins the first hit out.
Alright, I almost got the whole platinum done.
Clever kick. Burgoyne comes over the top and holds on. That's an impressive mark. Penetrating ball. Turned over on centre wing.
TDK.
Ignoring the corridor for now.
Oh
Second
shit. On the
Knuckle,
phone.
desperate to win it back. Jones. That might have
Come on, good defense. Yeah.
Had the presence of mind to get to the dangerous spot.
Nice
Normally
kid.
delivers. Akers in the clear. Searching
Good kid.
Pitnet dishes it
Gamble.
off. Gets his hands on it early.
Reuse.
Look
Oh
for the
shit.
confidence.
Why did you run
Not
that
sure who
side?
the target
Oops.
was. He just dropped it.
Oops.
He's
Run.
gone. He
Run.
had plenty of time.
You can't say
Pitnet.
yes.
Got to the right position
Shit.
and hung on.
They should be on the board with a goal.
Struck it well. No problems there.
They keep moving the ball quickly. There'll be plenty more where that came from.
The Blues off to a good start. Pitnet wins it out of the centre.
Nice Walsh.
Leading from the front. That's not a mark. Motlop. Who was he aiming for? Mackay.
Hey, Mackay,
So
nice.
strong one-on-one.
Okay.
They've hit the ground running, and a goal here will give them a handy break.
It's a high kick, a real rainmaker. Burgoyne tries to spike it out of the danger zone.
I missed it.
Gary Lyon is with us. What do you make of this one, Guess?
Hopefully,
With
once
that
these sides have had a good look at each other, the game will open up.
Cripps. That could be a goal-saving tackle. Cunningham. He's off target. Williams to bring it back in. Honours the lead. He might have thought about the corridor.
Come on, Carlton. Come on, Walshy.
Doesn't often waste it.
Nice, what a mark.
Oh, that's
Nice.
incredible.
It's found space.
Can
Goes
they find
inside.
a late goal?
Goes inside 50.
Good disciplined
Harry
defense.
Mackay.
Curnow hunting the
Gets
ball.
tackled.
Radaglia is carving
And
across.
Port relief pressure.
Knuckle.
Pal
He's made a hot
Pepper
start to this
gets a
match.
free
Pal
ball.
Pepper.
He passes it to
Hurried kick goes
Willie
very
Rioli.
wide. It must
No,
be his
but
birthday.
Jim Connor got it first.
The power
O'Neal
have denied them
versus
the corridor.
Saad.
Saad.
Saad gets it.
That's come off the
Saad
instinct.
kicks it out on the
Missed
full.
the target by
Butters is going to get the ball. Yep.
What's he got on offer?
Come on.
Intercepted, and they can
Off
launch
go,
from
Saad.
halfback.
Live.
An absorbing first term comes to an end. This one looks like it'll be
100
close.
Robux? Oh
What's
my
happening down
goodness.
there, Gary?
Standard hasn't been especially high, but it's an absorbing
Ladies and gentlemen,
contest nonetheless.
represents you.
It feels like
100
this game
Robux.
is there for the taking, and both teams will believe that it's theirs to lose.
Thank you so much.
Winning the ball out of the
Yeah, you can
centre
see how
is always
thankful I
key,
was.
but
But yeah, I really
you've
didn't know what to say. I was really happy at the time. So I was just painting to express my feelings. And then I saw they were taking fruit requests. I mean, heck yeah. So I asked them to draw my favorite cartoon character, Finn from Adventure Time. And that's pretty much how the rest of the hour went. I was more than happy with what I got. Sadly, I couldn't buy it, but the art turned out really, really good. I did, however, join on my phone. And I tried to buy it, but someone beat me to it. This person is willing to show so much kindness for some random noob like me, though. I found a shirt that they made, and I think I bought it like 27 times. And after that, they offered to buy even more art from me. But I respectfully declined. I sent them one last heartfelt message, and I was on my way to a new server. I hope the kindness that they showed to me comes back around to them someday. Also, this video aside, don't go harass this person for Robux. I shouldn't even have to say this, but there's probably some slimy, greedy goblins trying to earn some bread themselves. If you want, play this game for yourself, but don't go hunting for anyone from this video. Now that most of my art was sold, I had a big one. I made a picture of a cat sitting on a table, put it up for sale, and I went to go indulge in a nice, delicious sandwich. I came back really happy for my sandwich, but nothing was sold, so I switched servers. I did a lot of waiting around. People complimented my art a lot, but nothing really sold.
It's like the Rock of Gibraltar. Quality delivery by foot. His field kicking is normal.
Looking around, one thing I saw a lot of were these really realistic pictures. I mean, it's pretty obvious that none of them are actually drawn. Like, I found this exact image on Google. It's not even Sonic, that's Tails. I looked into it a little bit.
As a police officer, I learned the importance of turning up when it matters.
It seems like most of them are actually cheated in using scripts. And people actually cheat in this game. If you're someone that buys stuff in this game, you might as well buy something cool and original. Like, for example, Sonic-themed hedgehogs. They're so cool.
He's so cool.
I drew a cool sword, and then it was a waiting game again.
And that's a letdown. The Blues can build something here. The kick is wide and out of bounds on the full.
Sometimes footy comes down to who makes the fewest mistakes. That was a shocker.
Probing ball. Vizantini in some space on the wing. Good
Strange.
vision there. Got to get it forward now. Throws it on the boot. Cowan cuts them off at halfback. Sees something he likes. It's a poor kick. Leaves it behind. Houston gets to it first. It
It had been nearly 4 hours since my last donation, and I was getting pretty discouraged. As you saw before, some people are like door-to-door salesmen. I didn't want to try that, so it was just a lot of waiting around. But eventually, someone ran up and finally bought new stuff for me. They bought 2 things for me, which made me feel a lot better. And then I noticed my main man laughability showed up to give me some support.
He's been busy so far. Delivers it inside 50. Marshall is a...
Also, we both sound a little bit sick in this video because we were both recovering from a silly virus.
Idiot
To
problem
open their
is
account.
that this
It's
business,
good.
right,
It's a goal.
doesn't stand out, you know? It bleeds in.
And finally get some rewards.
The power.
Now it's just like all the other groups.
Alright, how about this?
Sets a task
Now it
for the
bleeds in.
forwards. Punched
What
away.
was options you get is a
Motlop.
disappointing little
Kicking
move.
for his first.
Nothing,
Never
man.
looked to have the
I could have
distance.
joined the group and then I did the tree one.
Found some
I could verify my Twitter, but I'm not. Should I do that? Should I see what that looks like?
You should verify your Twitter.
Art 2045. Wait, this person took my. Dude, this is my art. They just bought this from me.
What?
Let's hope the second half is
I
just
made
as
money
good.
off of it. They haven't yet,
Let's
so it
head
doesn't
down
matter
to
to me.
Gary Ryan on the
Let's see what
If
this
I've
looks
got my
like.
spectators hat on, this game needs more goals. It's been a drab affair so far. If I've got my coach's hat on, I'm loving how difficult not only the defenders but the midfielders.
You want to buy my.
Yeah, that's a good strategy.
I'll be careful to ask for some quick
See if she has
action.
I have no more Robux.
Good on you, Gary. Thank you.
Made it ship, a minute ship.
This is
There's no
great
more
pressure
Robux.
footy. No free
That
kick.
handsome man.
And
Who's
they've got
that little
stoppage
guy?
in a
What is your
dangerous
obsession with
position.
telling people you want new hats?
They'll see my bald little head and be like, wow, he really does need a hat.
I saw your bald little head and I thought that this guy could go with a hat, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, once new hat.
He's running into trouble.
Ah,
This kid is There's some fun talks with friends, and I decided on something new. I wanted to look at popular iPhone wallpapers to see what people really liked. Look at that one!
And we'll have
Are you
another
kidding
stoppage.
me? And I eventually settled on this mysterious man. Trying to draw this guy was an absolute roller coaster. Yes, I'm getting somewhere with this. This is not looking as good as I thought it would. We're looking real good. We're looking extra good right now. Mystery man. Around this time, you can tell I was getting pretty bored. There's just 6 hours of playing this game does to you.
Impressive underdog performance.
Turned over. No, that's a bruising tackle. It's proving hard to get a clearance at the moment.
Why are we all dancing?
The two big men do battle. Cripps. Hewitt farms it out. Walsh. Caught.
I'll be back. I'm going to go to get some snacks.
What the fuck? Why is this guy putting Fall Guys music on its fucking Roblox video?
Thought to myself, I can do so much better.
What the fuck?
So, I went to go search for inspiration. I'm not going to act like this wasn't an excuse to leave the game or add more story to the video, but it's actually really nice to take a break. And there are also just so many cool places to see. If you want to play these for yourself, they'll be in Fort Money 45's favorites. If I was being inspired by every corner of Roblox, imagine you playing a normal Roblox game. All of a sudden, you teleport if not for the choice. Choice between admin commands or free money for everyone. Do you give in to your selfish desires, or do you try to help the whole server? We made an innocent-looking roleplay game, much like Brookhaven, and advertised to unsuspecting players. But of course, this is no innocent game. Everything in this game has consequences. So when a player makes bad decisions, they'll be punished. When people go too far, well, they're in for a bad time. Starting out, things are pretty peaceful. Some people were having stroller fights, some people were working humble jobs, and others were trying to roleplay with NPCs. Remember this guy for later, because you'll probably see him a lot. We'll call him Nico for short. I should mention that everything in this game is a little bit off. Like, for example, these automated cars that will just run people over. In this grocery store, which will just fall apart if you touch anything in it. There are also weapons you can find in this game, with two main ways to get them. For one, you can rarely find them in dumpsters, alongside other items. Otherwise, you can find them from these smug-looking guys. So that costs money, and you have to work for money almost to death. Anyways, we're getting pretty dang bored, because no one is finding weapons. So just to start out, we started laying weapons in this silly little red carpet next to spawn. After trying to harass NPCs, this guy eventually found it. And of course, the first thing he did was attack these NPCs. Just to clarify, these are not real players. They're like little robots that walk around the map. Sad ambience, I guess. These little guys have feelings too. So whenever you attack things, the police get involved. So I coded it so these guys will get really mad at you if you hurt something. So don't do that. I gave them AI from the next spot I found, so they'll pretty much find you from anywhere. After getting squished by a random farm, this guy had a pretty epic battle with the policeman. So all the police are defeated now. The police out of the way, the world is now in the hands of this crazed man. What will he do?
I like his game today. Kemp, he's a slippery customer. Walsh, Chera, he's everywhere at the moment. Mackay drops into the hole and marks.
Just a question of whether the lead
Well,
will
he
be
lost
6
his
points or
weapon, but
one.
we were too entertained by his madness to give up on it. So he went back to the rug, and another weapon was waiting for him. Wow, he really sucks at aiming. He then died with the weapon. Big surprise, right? And since he was wanted by the cops, he was sent to jail. But this would not stop him. He was released, he went back to the carpet and found a weapon for a third time. And with this weapon, he would turn into a baby and start working a normal job.
Alguien me arroja.
Then he chose to be a dog, was not happy with his decision, and then left. I will mention, we get these pet morphs to look really cool, but when you actually try to become them, it's the most inaccurate, horrendous thing. So maybe that just offended him too much. But this guy was not the only one to go rampant with power. He was just the beginning.
The umpire will have important clearance here. Cripps. That hand pass was telegraphed.
Offensive side 50. Wearing.
In all the mental chaos of this game, this is the purest, most wholesome person we stumbled upon.
Jacob Weitering. That's over the line, you
Very
idiot.
simple activity, like eating ice cream at the beach, riding a jet ski around in circles. We'll come back to her later. And if you remember from earlier, this is Nico. No! Come on, man! He is one of the most confused people I've ever seen. You'll see why as the video progresses. He also had this little outhouse that blocks you inside and then transports you to a deserted island. And Nico was the only one that fell for it, so enjoy his reaction.
It hasn't been a great spectacle, but at least it's close. Big clearance to win here. Terrific tackle. Byzantini. He ran into a brick wall. Akers, Motlop, under pressure.
We're very intrigued by Nico's behavior, so we wanted to see how he handled weapons. So we started laying some around spawn, and he found them. Instead of attacking other players, though, he specifically targeted NPCs. He seemed to have some sort of weird obsession with them.
No one can mark. Cowan knew the tackle was coming. The power will have one eye on the clock.
Because of his attacks, he was chased by the police and sent to jail. After serving his time in jail, he would walk out a reformed man, ready to take on his life as a new, upstanding citizen's king. He found another weapon and went back to attack 16 again. And also players this time.
Run down, great chase.
Then he got hit by a car and was sent to jail. It was around this time we realized this guy would be the perfect candidate for the choice. Okay, more explaining real quick. We set up a little box with two options, one being free admin commands and the other being raining coins. To put it simply, an evil option and a good option. They both worked too. If you choose admin commands, you'll get a little panel with a bunch of ways to ruin the server. And you know, the other button rain coins. Overall, a cool little experiment to let people express themselves. Well, after seeing Nico was worthy of it, we gave him the choice, and he reset his character. I guess he was confused, but we weren't going to let him off the hook that easy. So we teleported him back. He had to make the choice. And he did. But before I show you what happened, let's see what other players are up to. Dude, that's an NPC, man. Come on, man, have some respect.
When it's tight on the scoreboard.
Drives it deep. Marshall commands the footy.
Goals have been tough to come by. You've got to make the most of your opportunities.
Imagine shanking, man. Fuck.
So important to get the
Okay, I'm gonna cook up. Come on, we just need a point. We just need a point.
It's like eating a cheeseburger at a diner in a Roblox game. Like, what more can you really ask for? Okay, so back to Nico's choice. He chose the admin commands. I think you probably could have guessed that. With all the power in the world, he was on his way back to torment the town square. And he got hit by a car and lost.
No.
He could have learned lesson by now, running around moving vehicles, but I guess not. Well, once you die with admin, it goes away. So to respawn, he said something about thieves and Portuguese.
You're only you thieves.
Maybe referring to the car's hit. We tried it a third time. Chose admin commands again. He hopped in a nearby bus.
Yes. Come on, score a goal. You go goal of the year if you kick this. Goal of the year if you kick this. Draw a point. Point. Goal. Water. Sorry.
Left the game. Okay. Alright, Nico. Way to be difficult. No, he's back. But then he was back for some reason. Rejoined. Why did he? Ray. He was hungry for something from this man. So I just teamed him back to the button.
That brings our coverage to a close.
He walked into a hospital. Before he knew it, there were meteors raining from the sky, and he sent zombies to infect the city. Finally, we got some sort of reaction out of this man. He made his way back to the town square, and then he got infected by a zombie. And then, as a zombie, he just walked around and attacked people for like 10 minutes. This guy's messed up!
For one in his 1 point. I am warm. You are that.